That makes sense to me.
Butterfly in the sky, I can go twice as high.
Thank God, ladies and gentlemen, that Apex has finally made a move. If it wasn't for Gun Run, I probably would have jumped ship a couple days ago and started playing other games. I'm not leaving, and I'll probably never leave Apex when it comes to content, but I think a lot of people have definitely been wanting a break, and it's all been because of season 15. We're just waiting for this massive season that is right around the corner. The problem is the waiting period can be so distraught, and we're just so dried out. Finally, Apex has made a little move that has players ready for this season, and also a big pro player has made a very big move for himself, giving back to the community, and it's coming from a guy that I would have never saw doing this. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We hit 10 subscribers off of last video. Let's go. Like the video as always. Let's jump right into it. So firstly, thank you to Satinari for tagging me in this over on Twitter. I was really excited to see this, but we did know that this was coming. Apex Legends finally tweeted out 2 hours ago saying tune in tomorrow, October the 17th, 8 a.m. Pacific time, which obviously for you Eastern people out there, or Eastern Standard Time, is going to be 11 a.m. Eastern, to watch our latest story of the Outlands. And as you can tell from this thumbnail, there's quite a lot of faces on here. Now, shortly after this post was made, of course, Moy took it to Twitter to post the same thumbnail, except Forge is now in this thumbnail. If you guys don't remember Forge, they actually did a great storyline where there was this new legend coming into the game. Forge was supposed to be that guy, and then all of a sudden Revenant killed him, and so Revenant came. There's even been a lot of YouTube videos saying that Forge is still alive out there. It's always been this meme that Forge is gonna come back one day. I gotta be honest with you, if they were able to like make Forge's ghost come into the game some way, that would be a massively hyped season, because so many people out there would just come to play because it's Forge. People love memes and people love things like that, so I would love to see him do it. We know that this season, however, is going to be Catalyst, which is going to have a lot of defensive abilities, but I'm really excited because after all of this dryness, Apex has finally started to give us stuff that is hyping us up for the next season. We got our golden tickets. If you guys have not done that already, you need to do it, because we're going just in 3 days from now, October the 19th, be able to explore the brand new map. So you're going to be able to go in the game and actually transfer to this new home and take a zip line all throughout this map and take a look at how beautiful it's going to be. And then you got to realize the new season is in just a couple of weeks, so by next week we should have the launch trailer, some gameplay trailers, maybe even some new gun updates. So if you're an Apex fan, you are really going to love the next 2 weeks. I don't really know. I'm hoping you're going to really love the next 3 months of this new season, but I think we all ingest the hype pretty well, and I think we all enjoy the anticipation of the new season. I think we're all hoping that this one turns out to be a good one. Now, I've been reading a lot of your comments on the later videos, and I see a lot of you are saying that you're not going to buy into this new hype, you're not going to buy into this season, you're going to stay optimistic, but you're just going to kind of like sit back and see what happens. And I definitely think that's the approach that we probably all should take, but I also have seen a lot of you say that you're not even going to play this new season, and I really have a hard time believing that. There's a new season, and there's a new legend, and a new map, and a new ranked system, and everybody comes out and says that they love it and that it's really, really good. There's no way you're going to sit there on the sidelines and just say, I'm not going to play. At least I wouldn't think so, which is why I'm curious to know if there's anybody out there who actually does not plan to play this. And if you plan on playing it, are there any deal breakers for you? Are any of you out there in a situation where if this is not the season that you're going to be done, are you going to keep playing but maybe just more casually now? Is Apex no longer your main game? I mean, honestly, this is always going to be my main game until this dies. So I think that's why I'm usually so optimistic, is because I really don't want to go to another game. This game aggravates me a lot, but at the end of the day, honestly, I think I love it more than any other game, that I would rather endure the hard times with this so that I can experience the good times when they eventually make them. I don't know if they will or not. So what situation are you in with Apex? I'm interested to know. Speaking of Apex making some moves, there's one guy out there making some really big moves with his career, and honestly, this was coming from the pro player that I would have never ever anticipated to make this kind of decision, but probably the decision that he needed to make for his personal career, considering all the drama that is around his name. This is coming from ALGS MVP, his Watson, who has decided to take a $60,000 pay from Twitch so that he can give back to the community. This is what he said yesterday. He said, so anyways, just a reminder that you will never see a mid-roll ad on my channel, but he's decided to do ads on his channel, and he showed a $59,214 incentive from Twitch to run 4 minutes of ads per hour in a 190-hour month stream. So that means as long as he streams for about 190 hours throughout that month, which is about 6 hours and 20 minutes a day, or 8 hours if you decide to take the weekends off, and as long as he runs 4 minutes of ads within each hour, they're going to give him $60,000. Now, obviously, that is a big bag to grab, but most of the people that have been getting these incentives have actually turned them down because they don't want to ruin the channel experience and the viewer experience of watching watching these streams, and I totally agree with that. Some of those, honestly, they were really lowballing the lower creators and really giving a lot of money to these bigger creators. And his Watson said, I've decided that I'll be running ads on my channel and spending it on giving gaming equipment to people in my community who cannot afford to buy it themselves. He also said, I have no idea what this will do to my taxes, but I'm gonna make it happen. Jake Lucky made the retweet and said Apex Legends pro streamer his Watson has pledged to give his Twitch ad money back to gamers in need. Holy freaking crap, more soon. So I think they're probably going to do some sort of a podcast episode, maybe get his Watson on to explain things. I really think this kind of stuff comes back to you. I mean, we see a lot of the people that give stuff away that really help people in need usually ended up getting bigger and getting more money, and it's for the sake of just hospitality. For the golden nuggets part of the video, where we give some rapid fire Apex news, a couple things that I wanted to mention. Obviously, number one, ALGS is currently going on right now. This is the preseason qualifiers. Number two, we did have last week where we had ESA, which actually qualified. Shortly after they qualified, we had some big groundbreaking news where ESA had apparently dropped their third player. That player's name was Capra. He came out and basically said he would be exploring other options. I saw a lot of you commenting saying that it was basically an impression farm, and I thought it could be the same thing. I can now confirm that it is not an impression farm. He has been dropped from the team. I just cannot explain the full story in detail yet because it's not my place, nor was I really supposed to know this information. All I can say is that it was not a troll, it was real. And we know that the esports guy over at EA and Respawn basically tagged the team that got second place, considering that ESA would then have to forfeit their #1 spot for Pro League, considering you cannot make a roster change until the first week of Pro League. I think you have to maintain the roster you qualified with for like the first week or so. Well, then he began to tag the second place team, but I did look through the ALGS preseason qualifier 2, which is going on this weekend. The second place team was competing again this week, but I did not see ESA competing. So I have no idea what's going to happen with that situation. And lastly, I wanted to give some backstory about the new legend Catalyst. We know this is supposed to be a moon map. She's supposed to be a defensive legend, and this map is supposed to be more of a defensive style map, which I personally think will play into the ALGS meta a little bit better. But we didn't know much about her. We don't really know too much about her backstory, but this was actually coming from Thornton Smash, a little bit of a backstory, and I know this was going to be controversial. There's going to be a lot of Reddit threads. There's going to be a lot of comments on the Apex Legends Twitter. A lot of people are going to be arguing about this. I can already see it now. He said, okay, since I'm not allowed to outright say the info about the next legend, and I've been trying to find a way to convey their backstory, I'll post this instead, as I've been informed that this is the best way to do so. If you need to look up the colors, do so, and I would assume that this would indicate that the next legend Catalyst will be trans. But like I said, just from the context of Thornton's tweet, it seems like it indicates to that fact. I cannot say that that's 100% true, but if it is, and when it is announced, it will definitely cause an uproar, because we know a lot of the Apex fans have always had discussions about Bloodhound and Gibraltar, and I think Valkyrie as well, and maybe a couple others. But you can definitely anticipate that this is going to be a long day over on the Reddit threads. I know Reddit mods are going to have a very fun job trying to moderate things, and I know there's going to be a lot of comments over on the Twitter page. So yeah, I'm definitely interested to see what you guys think down in the comment section below. I do want to let you guys know that will probably not be a video on Saturday. I have to attend a funeral and a birthday party on the exact same days. I got a lot going on. I just feel like funerals are maybe days you should spend with the family, so I know you guys will understand. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We hit 10 subscribers on last video. Let's try to hit 20 on this one. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, later, Gators.